everyone, thank you for tuning in. I'll be your instructor Joy. Let me first play a tune for you. This was a little excerpt from Bach Minuet, the famous one that starts this way. You probably heard it somewhere. And this can be found also from Suzuki Book 3 near the end. So this, the excerpt that we played, I just played was the minor section, the middle section. So this is a great excerpt to talk about how to play interval of fifth cleanly, successfully and beautifully. Thank you very much for your continued support. Thank you very much for your kind questions, comments, booking lessons with me, and also supporting me here, also my Patreon page, and as I'm encouraging more to volunteering with your time. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. So what is fifth? What is interval of fifth? I made several videos about it. I tried to link those other videos here as well, so that you can follow up the other parts of that technique, because it's one of the complex one. So interval of fifth is anything that involves 5 steps. So from note A to E, A, B, C, D, E, the 5 notes from A to E would be interval of fifth. We can either play with open string, but also we can use with a fingered notes. In this case, we'll place the 3rd finger on the D string and an A string in between, so that we catch one string on each corner of the same finger. Whether you play it as double stop at the same time or a single note. Yeah, so we can play that one. It can be any finger, or doesn't matter, but in this case we're using a lot of 3rd finger. Why is it difficult? Because first, it's hard to use a skinny fingertip to catch 2 strings, even though that's not, it may seem not be hardest one, but remember, we're trying to avoid flattening the fingertip, so we're trying to keep the fingertip somewhat curved as much as we can. It does not have to be super curved, but curved enough so that we can vibrate. Remember, in order to vibrate, you must have fingertip or the finger joint somewhat relaxed, not completely flat. Sometimes there are exceptions, but we're talking about more regular one. So first, we have to know when we must place same finger on the 2 string, or when we can release. That's important. And you know, it is possible to place one finger on both strings, but the hand position is not naturally most of the time. We have to sometimes adjust our hand a bit. Normally, this is how our hand is. If I just push it over, this is not gonna be in tune if I just push same finger over the D string. So what we do is we adjust fingertip a bit by rotating our hand either to your right or left, tiny bit. In this case, I rotate it a little to my right side this way. Yeah. Which means I achieved it, but this is not most natural one. So as soon as I'm done, or I must release the tension. So we do. As soon as I play 4th finger, lift up 3, so to release the tension, like that. So you have to know when to release it. Another one that you want to remember is, if you can keep the finger on the string with light fingertip, that can be very handy, not just for the interval of fifth, but in general left hand technique. This comes here. We have to play, then slide the same 3rd finger down half step, then use a 2nd finger to play C, note C, which is on the next string, and back up. It itself, when you look at just the bottom note, it's not very hard. The problem starts. The first 3rd finger has to place on both strings. 2nd and 3rd only on one string, on the D string. Not only that, we have to make sure that the third finger does not touch A string accidentally. That's when it becomes difficult. So here, slide it, and then make sure you put your left hand to your right a bit. Then slide it again. Let's see if I can make it a bit clearer. Flatter fingertips, still curved. I'm just lifting these two fingers so that you can see better on the camera, but normally you would keep it a little closer. So here. Then slide it down with a light fingertip, but move your hand slightly to the right. Then back up. Then release. Then at the end, here, we have to place third finger right away on both strings because we have to go, even though it's stiff on one, there's almost no time to lift up and place again. Because if I lift up, place again, this is how it sounds. Did you hear the noise? So we want to avoid that one. That's why we leave the fingers down. Then place right away on both strings. Then naturally vibrato. Yeah, so we want to release attention whenever we can. So that's what you can do with the left hand. Right hand, there's something else you can do. Just like, remember we placed the third finger simultaneously to avoid the unwanted noise. Same thing happens when we use third finger over, or even when it's slur or multiple voices and multiple strings. In this case here, the common mistake a lot of students do here, the left and right hand is not syncing well, and there's an unwanted noise that comes with it. In order to avoid that one, what you do is you remember, in order to make a smooth string, you use a tilted bow. That's first thing that you can practice with the right hand. And then also notice that I'm making the second note on the A string a bit lighter, more emphasis on the D string. Because the melody, the important note, is on the D string mostly. Therefore, except the last one, you can emphasize more on the D string. So making the notes even cleaner and nicer. Lighter. Yeah, so it goes, I'm going to play the same excerpt once again. It goes like this. Here. At the same time. Yeah. So this is a beautiful piece. It has many different levels of playing as techniques and as well as different keys. I hope you can try that one, and make sure you try this technique of fifth and with a beautiful clean tone. I wish you all happy practicing. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again. Bye bye.